Hey everybody, Eric Lindberg here, www.ericlindbergmusic.com. Hey, drop me a line, sign up for the mailing list, please, and check out the music. I've got my 3 of my albums available for download there. That is the only place where you can download my albums. It's the only place online where you can find this music. I've got it at a very reasonable price, and I've got some really cool merch, including my latest edition Eric Lindberg boxer briefs. That's right, Eric Lindberg underpants. This is the thing you wanted even if you didn't know you wanted it. All right, so today in 5 minutes or less, I am going to give you a piece of information that I hope will be very valuable to you in your pursuit of musical excellence. So today we're going to talk about exclusion. I need to be broad. This is a big topic. I can't dive into specifics, but reach out to me. I'd love to do that with you one-on-one. If you have a chord over which you are playing, in this case we're going to use as an example this garden variety G7 bar chord. Yes, there is a scale that is attached to that. The proper scale would be something like a Mixolydian sharp 11. Essentially, that scale has 7 notes in it. The chord itself has 4. That means if we play any of the 4 notes that are already stated in the chord, we're not adding to the harmony and therefore not stacking up into more sophisticated sounds. That's not the only goal, of course, but it may be a goal. Now, if we want to use a more sophisticated harmony or create a more sophisticated harmony, many people will ask, again, what new scale can I use? And I'm here to tell you, that's a great question, of course. But really, harmony is a little bit more about exclusion than it is inclusion. And let me hip you to what I mean. If you play every note over a chord, I'll use my looper to demonstrate. And if you play every note, right? And other such nonsense, no one is going to pick up on the more sophisticated harmony because the ear latches onto the pattern or the atonality more than is able to pick out individual notes that sort of say, hey, wow, that's cool. So when we're playing notes that are going to add to the harmony, or when we're playing notes that might be outside the harmony for effect, it really helps, in my opinion, it's necessary to be somewhat exclusionary. So the example that I'm going to give is over a G7, the notes from the chord are G, B, D, and F. There are 3 notes that are not, that still are within the appropriate scale for the purposes of discussion. And as it turns out, they form an A major triad, right? A, C sharp, and E, giving us the 9, the sharp 11, and the 13. How cool is that? But we're not going to notice these notes unless for a little while we exclude the others to give the listener's ear sort of a sense of the broader harmony, right? It's easy enough to do what you would do in a G triad. You're going to now do a whole step or 2 frets up, and only those notes. Here's an example. Here's the G chord itself, the G7. Fits like a glove, but maybe a little too much like a glove. So then we step up 1 whole step, 2 frets, and work through and with the notes of an A major. You can already hear that gives an entirely new, fresh sound. It's like taking a cool side road. It's a little bit of a tangent, but it adds to the harmony. So when you're learning new harmonies, learning more sophisticated ways to play, and here is one that I hope you'll utilize, and reach out to me for more. Be a little bit exclusionary. Let the idea and the new harmony settle into the listener's ear. www.ericlindbergmusic.com